Hey friends, it's Lori. Welcome back to The Generous Pourer, where we're saving smarter, spending intentionally, and pouring into the life we love. Today we are doing a full wallet reset, pulling out any leftovers from last week and deciding what rolls into overflow and maybe which savings games I'm going to play at the end of the video. Although, since it is now December, I am probably going to be rolling over the money into my overflow binder instead of playing games at the end, just to give myself a little December cushion. It just feels like I need that this year. And then we're going to be stuffing $2,510 for December week number 1. And I love a first week of the month moment. Fresh energy, fresh envelopes, fresh motivation. And honestly, my cup is so full right now. My boys were home this week. The house was loud and messy and full of snacks and shoes. And I wouldn't trade anything for it. We went down to Virginia and spent Thanksgiving with a whole bunch of family, about almost 30 of us. And then we came home, and my youngest flies back to college tomorrow. But a full house just gives me what nothing else does. And I'm looking forward to everyone being back in a few weeks for Christmas, and I seriously cannot wait. The noise, the friends, the late night, the everything, even the sink full of dishes, I am super excited about. But let's get into this week's cash stuffing, and let's pull out. I don't think I put my wallet envelopes because I just did my cash planning yesterday. And so we are going to pull out what we had left over from our wallet this week. And since it was Thanksgiving, and I use for my Thanksgiving category, I use for my seasonal activities category, I might have a little bit extra, but I've been really thinking about this. Let me grab my cash planning. Let me grab my wallet tracker. I like to keep track of what I spend every week, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't spend a lot, but then on paper I did, or I think I did, and on paper I didn't. So I just like, it's sort of this like reminder of, sometimes you don't always remember what you're spending your money on, and sometimes you feel like you're spending so much money, but in the end you really spent what you budgeted for. So it's just, it kind of keeps everything peaceful for me. So let's go over the categories. Sorry, I usually fill these out, and today I didn't. We just got back a few days ago, and I'm like, and with everybody here, we're just doing a lot of stuff. And so things that I prep for, usually, I think, did I forget anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I didn't. Things that I prep for, I haven't been prepping for. So give yourself some grace this holiday season. Okay, so let's pull over my, and you can see my little Christmas setup. I'm pretty excited about it. So last week we had $350, and now we have 51. So we spent $299. And so we have 51 left over. And I actually am going to just roll this over for the next week. So we'll keep that in there. Spending had 75, and we have 10. So we spent 65. It was interesting while we were on our trip. A lot of places don't take cash, which I was surprised about, it felt like a hassle. Where I live, it feels like everyone's still taking cash. So that was surprising. So anyway, household, we have nothing. So household got 50, and we spent 50. So we had 0 remaining. Out and about has nothing. So we got 75, and we spent 75. In fact, we spent more than that. I had to pull $4 from my buffer. Generosity is 10. We spent 10, so there's nothing left. And buffer, we also spent everything, which was 25. So we don't really have that much left. So we have 61. And so this week I'm actually not going to be playing any games, only because with everybody coming home for the holidays and different things like that. I want to make sure that I build in some extra money in case I need it. So we are going to roll over everything here. It just stays in my cash envelopes for this month. And then no savings games this week. But I'm going to turn to the page where I have my cash planning sheet. And in fact, I'm going to put this, I'm going to pull it out, and I'm just going to put it over here so that I am ready to do it. So let's figure out where our money is. And our money's right here. I don't know why I just couldn't remember what I was doing. That's sort of the life I'm in right now, is sometimes I walk into rooms and I don't even know why I'm heading in that direction. Is anybody with me? But let's cash stuff our 25. Let me pull out, sorry, my dog is in here and she's getting a little bit restless. She just got picked up from the kennel. She did not go to Virginia with us. But anyway, so we should have 25.10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 20, 40, 60, 80. 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. 2, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 280. 1, 240. And then 90. And then we have 200 in prop money. And then I already put into my games day, which is $700. So that brings us to 25.10. So we have exactly what we need. And then now we can start our cash stuffing. So I'm going to grab my overflow, because what we do, we are a biweekly paid family. So every time there's a paycheck, I stuff half of it into my wallet and half of it into a week too. I don't like to commingle my weeks, and so half of it goes in here and half of it goes in here. And so when I'm at the grocery store, I know exactly what I have to spend that week, because that's what's in my envelope. So this week we are going to get 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2. So each week it's $350, and then we're going to do 2 50s, 120, 30, 40, and then 50. And I'm going to recount that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that's right. So that goes in there. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we have 350 going into my, and then we have some rollover. So I'll put that in here. So this week we have 1, 2, 3, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we have 401 with my rollover. And if I don't use it, it will definitely go into savings, but I just want to make sure that I have it. So spending this week is going to get 50, 50, 60, 70, get $75 a week. So now we have 50, 60, 75 in spending, and we have $10 rollover. This is the first time I've ever rolling over the money to just make sure I have a little bit of a buffer. And what I might end up doing is taking some of this money out and just putting it in here so that I'm not walking around with a whole bunch of money. And in fact, I'm thinking about in the new year is stuffing my binder for home so that my husband can pull from it, and then taking whatever I need from there. So home is going to get 2 50s. So home gets 2 50s. So $50 a week. And with everybody coming back for Christmas, we're probably going to be using that a lot. So we have 50. So out and about gets 75. So we have 50, 60, 75 for out and about. And my out and about category changed. It used to be date night and dining out. I had 2, and I just do out and about. Whatever we're out and about doing comes out of that money. Generosity is going to get $10 a week. And again, I was thinking about this generosity category, and I make it a point every week to use this money for something, but I'm thinking maybe I roll it over a little bit because there are some things that are bigger than my $10, and I want to be able to do those. And so Buffer is going to get 25, and the sun is finally peaked out here, which is amazing. I'm super excited for it. Because I feel like we haven't had it in so long. Okay, so now this money goes into week number 2. And let me, oops, I forgot to do Pearl. So Pearl gets 30. And then Pearl gets 30 in her envelope here. This is our Siberian Husky. And I don't anticipate her food going up, but you never know. Seems like everything goes up these days. So that is going to do it for this binder, and this is going to do it for my wallet. I don't know what it is about, I don't know what it is every week when your binder or when your wallet gets just replenished for the week that it's just like feels like a fresh start. I just feel, it just makes me feel so good. So anyway, I'm going to put this off to the side, and we are going to finish the cash stuffing. So I have decided we're going to be putting money into my 10K, that we are going to be hyper-focused on this 10K now that some consumer debt is paid off. And we are going to be putting in this week, I made this binder because Iris Budget wasn't shipping anymore. And so I watched one of her videos on how to do it, and it was hard, but it was satisfying. So I'm going to put into 10K this week 100. So what did I do? Oh, I did a prop 100, and so I'm going to do 5. Each row is 25, so we'll do 4 of these. And what's nice about this is even if I only have $5 to put in, is all of this money sits in the front until I have enough money to put it into one of the 200 slots. So whatever you can do, do it, because even $5 counts. And so I'm not going to do one of my I'm not going to be able to cross off one of these because I don't have 200 yet, but I do have 100, and that is closer to my goal. So that goes there. And then my games and my minis are done. So let's grab our high priority binder. So month ahead is going to get 25. And I will update these trackers off camera. Emergency fund, even though this 10K binder is going to our emergency fund, I am doing it here. This is one of my focuses this year, is to fully fund this emergency fund. And now that the debt, which is what I was laser focused on, is done, I have moved and shifted over here. So I will be doing emergency fund and 1 month ahead. And then once my 1 month ahead is done, I will be working on the 6 month ahead, or maybe 3 and then 6. But I am super focused on that right now. So emergency fund is going to get 50. So we'll just put that right there. Rainy day is going to get 10. Home maintenance, I'm gonna start really going after this one because we've been in our house for a really long time, and things are just starting to they're just starting to need maintenance. And so I want to make sure that we're not sort of stuck going into our, I don't want to use the emergency fund for home maintenance, even though I can. I want to be able to fund home maintenance because emergency fund is like an emergency. I do know that this home maintenance is coming up, so I want to make sure that I'm funding it. So home improvement is going to get 5. We took money out of this, and I have a goal of 2,500. And so I don't know, I just have a hard time. These home improvement, home maintenance categories, I just dip into them a lot. And I wish I didn't, but that's home ownership, I guess. So 35, I'm going to put a 5 in here. And so there's that. Health, I like to put in our copay. I need to get a new tracker. I like to put in our copay every month because there are 5 of us using it. And so I just want to make sure that this is funded. And I don't know in the new year if anything's going to change with our insurance, which it feels like everybody's insurance is. And so just putting my $25 in. Okay, so now we're going to go to travel and trips, and travel and trips is going to get $10. So it's going to have 125, and I'm going to be introducing a new, we just booked, we decided on a family trip, and so I'm going to be bringing out my 5K binder, and that's what this money is going to go towards. Wellness is going to get 5. So we'll put 5 in here. So now we have 42. I love these trackers because it just helps me see my progress, or it helps me see like what I'm taking out, and different things like that. Hobbies is going to get 5, and my trackers are from different different shops. This one's from the Aesthetic Dollar. Then I have Cara Cash. I think I have Simple Budget, and they're downloads, and so I can just print them when I need them. Giving is going to get 45, so that'll bring it to 100. So giving is 2 20s and a 5. Some of these, what's nice about it is I keep the tracker turned in a way so that, and that's going to do it for my high priority binder, in a way that when I'm doing my cash planning, I just flip to the envelope and I can see what I have in it. And so some of them I'm surprised, you know, you're like, oh wow, I did dip into that a little more than I thought I would. I need to go in here and undo these trackers. So each boy is going to get 10. I meant to do that and I forgot. So I got to do that. And this is just money collecting throughout the year to give to my kids, sort of as a bonus. This is birthdays. My son's birthday is coming up, so I need to put a new cash tracker in this one as well. Let's do the 50. I think we did 50. Yeah. Put that in here. Man, it's like crazy. Like $2,500 just goes in a split. It's it's like it just evaporates. That's how money works, right? So gifts is going to get 25, and this is also a category that I was like, I took $100 out for my nephew's graduation, and so I just want to bring this up to 100. So we'll put that in here for gifts. Celebrate, I'm going to put in 10. And this is the envelope that I used to have for our anniversary. And now it's just like big moments, including anniversary. Seasonal activities, I need to change this to winter, but seasonal activities is going to get 20. We kind of depleted this when we went down to Virginia for Thanksgiving. And I hope everyone had a wonderful kind of holiday. Okay, so now we have $50 left, and we are going to go, Thanksgiving is, I need to actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move Thanksgiving into the back and put it back here, since we just passed it. Christmas is going to get $100 in prop, and I will actually move this over into my Christmas binder. And then holiday next up. And so this is what I've changed in this setup is I had all these binders, Valentine's Day, you know, Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July. And I was like putting $5, $5, $5. And what I'm going to be doing is the next holiday is going into this one, and the holiday right after is on deck. And I'm going to be funding these. And then when I use money out of them, the next holiday will come in and assume the money that's in there instead of me having 12 holiday envelopes. It was just easier for my brain, and it just helped me. So then I'm putting in $30 into the next holiday, so that'll bring it up to 100. It just helped my brain. I felt like I was putting $5, $5, $5 when I could sort of help myself and do this. And so we'll see if this works out for us. But so far, it feels peaceful. And then the last $20 is going into holiday next up, which is Valentine's Day. And I will put this in here. And like I said, between all my sinking funds, home, wellness, giving, emergency, $5 here, $5 there, slow and steady wins the race. It really, really does. And a moment of truth, I am not rolling anything over into games this month. And if I'm being honest with myself, it's the peaceful move for me. December is always a big month, and I'd rather give myself some breathing room. And it's just it helps me, breathe a little bit. So that is it for our December week number 1.